What's up, legends? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're back on Black Ops 6 Zombies. We're here on the Shattered Veil, and we are going to be revisiting an attachment that I haven't used since December. It is the 3-round burst for the XM4, and honestly, the main reason I wanted to actually try this out again is because at the time that we got it, we did not have double tap available to us, and honestly, one of the big flaws to the burst fire attachments, burst fire weapons in general, is the time in between the bursts. Now, I think being that this thing already has a fairly decent rate of fire, it's actually going to be pretty awesome once we get double tap. Now, most of the time, I wouldn't advocate for burst fire, but maybe this will end up being the one time that we decide that it ends up being pretty good. You guys will have to let me know down in the comment section below how you guys are going to feel about this attachment after watching this, but I feel like it might actually surprise us a little bit. Now, we will be running it with the Rampage Inducer as we normally do. We will at least go to round 41, and we'll see how well this thing does perform. If it goes absolutely crazy, I may even decide to go all the way to the health cap at round 56, but I don't want to commit to anything too insane just because it's been absolutely insanely hot where I'm living right now, and it's a bit crazy in my room when I keep the door closed for too long, which I have to do in order to record. So hopefully you guys will show me a little bit of slack there. I will at least take the 41 round adventure, but it is possible that we don't go the entire distance just because of the temperatures that I'm currently working with. Now, there's definitely still weapons that I haven't even covered on the channel, except for maybe through some challenges. So if there's one you guys are fairly confident I haven't used, you guys want to see me do a specific type of run or anything like that, let me know down in the comment section below, and I will do my best to consider that for upcoming videos. I have lately been trying to come up with more new player guides, new player tips and tricks, just things I can do to help players improve and enjoy their experience more throughout the game. I think overall, just watching the regular runs probably helps people a lot, but I think it is nice to see me probably focus on things that benefit new players whenever I do that. I think a lot of people probably feel like they're super helpful. And so if you guys have any ideas on things that you're struggling with, maps that you're struggling with, anything that you guys feel like I should cover that you might think would help you improve, let me know down in the comment section below, and I will also consider that. Sometimes it's hard when you're a veteran player or a highly experienced player to think of everything that, newer players or I would say less experienced players might be struggling with. Now, I will say, so far, this has been incredibly easy to use. I think it's just because there's, absolutely no recoil. If this thing had any recoil, it'd be rough, because the whole idea with the burst fire is that you want all the shots to hit, and although we are only on round 6, I think we're doing pretty good so far. The idea here is just to survive long enough to get us enough points to make it down into the mainframe without having to flip any more rounds, which I think we should be able to do. Yeah, this thing feels kind of busted. I don't remember this thing feeling very good when I used it last. I don't know if it got any changes since December. I mean, 6 months, 7 months is a long time since we've used this weapon. So it is likely that they did make some changes, and I'm just not remembering those. But the main reason, again, that I wanted to try it was just because we didn't have double tap when I last used it. And honestly, there is probably some attachments that have been added in the game that we could revisit with certain weapons with double tap as well. So it's overall just a reason to try it out again. Because I think a lot of times what happens is with these attachments is we give it a shot, we realize it's not very good, and then we likely never touch it again. I don't know what the deal is, but I feel like this weapon feels really strong so far. I don't know if it's just because it has so little recoil that all of the shots on the bursts are hitting and it's just pile driving through the enemies fast, or it's some other thing that we have yet to experience or explain through any other weapon before, but this thing is feeling really nice, and not in a way that I remember it. Okay, we're in the position to start opening up some doors. We have one zombie left over. Everybody else got eliminated. We have plenty of points, I'm going to tell you that right now, in order to get exactly where we want to go, which is to Pack-a-Punch. We might even hang out down there long enough to get Pack-a-Punch level 2, and then we'll work our way back, getting upgrades, finding our way to the front of the mansion, where we will likely be training the zombies for a majority, if not all, of the run. Okay, it's time for us to eliminate our zombies here. Yeah, look at this burst fire. This is going to be crazy. I'm actually really hyped to try this weapon out again. I'm glad I decided to revisit it, because normally, like I said, we would have written it off, never thought about it again. I was able to get rarity and dead wire on top of the fact that we were able to get, obviously, jug and double tap, which helps us a ton. Now we can actually make our way down here. Maybe eliminate what looks like possibly our last... No, is that our last zombie? I think this round actually just started. Okay, I was going to go up there and get Pack-a-Punch. I waited too long. That is my bad. So we're going to have to do a little bit of a loop here. Going to be a little crazy, but that rate of fire is awesome. It's almost full auto, but if it does more damage and is close enough, it could end up being a lot better than the regular version of the weapon. I don't know if that's exactly the case. I didn't test it damage profile for damage profile, but I can tell you this is feeling a lot better than I anticipated it was going to. I had a feeling it could be good, but again, a lot of the time doesn't mean it's going to end up working out that way. Okay, normally we like to wait and hold on to our decoy, but I felt like with the insta-kill coming in and the double points, it was probably the best time to do it. Go ahead and grab it, get as much out of the way as we can. And we're a bit overpowered. Did we grab Pack-a-Punch? Nope, didn't Pack-a-Punch yet. I'm losing my mind. I know I went to Pack-a-Punch and then we turned around, but I guess we'll just wait a little bit longer. I don't know why it feels like my damage is so good. Partially it is the insta-kill we just had, but the other part is I think it's just the weapon actually ends up being pretty fire in this setup. The crazy thing too is once we actually get deadshot, it's going to go insane. I'm going to wait a little longer because I'm saving myself a little bit of currency. I don't know, I guess it depends. If we don't run out of ammo, then we're not saving much, but if we, you know what I mean? If we end up having to buy ammo, then it saves us a little bit. All right, I'm just going to grab it, I think. I don't have any decoys, though, so maybe we can thin this out in just a moment. Oh, God, we got a lot of them. They're all dead wired. All right, come on, guys. I do need to hit headshots. If I'm not hitting headshots, this really isn't going to be that strong. But to be fair, that's the same for all weapons, except for maybe shotties. Specific, you know, double tap augments on. I actually don't remember if I changed my double tap augments back to what they're supposed to be, so it's very possible I'm handicapped in this run. Okay, I was able to sneak in and get Pack-a-Punch level 1. The scariest thing about staying down here for multiple rounds beyond this is the fact that we haven't gotten PhD yet. You could argue I probably could have grabbed it on my way down here. I should probably mess with that idea at some point. Grabbing PhD in the 2-plater on my way down instead of getting Pack-a-Punch level 1. That way we can hang out down here a little bit safer and not have any issues. I realistically just wanted to get Pack 2, but being that the weapon feels as strong as it is, I could take advantage of that and not upgrade too quickly, giving myself a little bit more essence to work with. You guys are going to have to let me know down in the comment section below if this is a weapon that you revisited since Double Tap came out, or if this is something you guys are planning on trying out again after watching this video. We definitely should have our guy here. I don't have anything that I can utilize besides a shroud, so we'll just do our best here. Get out, get out, get out. There we go. No decoys for us. Everything's going to be a little scary here for a moment. If I had a decoy, that would be awesome, only for the fact that we could get everybody grouped up. Why did I get hit again there? I felt like I should have got hit the one time, and then we should have been fine. Okay, insta-kill, making our weapon seem even stronger than we felt like it was already. The toxic zombies are always the scariest. I feel like of all the special rounds that we've had so far, which there's not that many, we've had parasites, we've had vermin, we've had parasites and vermin, and now we have the toxic zombies. These guys are easily the most threatening. Okay, we're going to be getting into sketchy territory here. I don't know how much longer I can hang out down here, but I do have a shroud, so worst case scenario, if it does hit the fan, I'll pop that, and we'll know that's our cue to get the heck out of here. But otherwise, I might as well just hang out down here, rack up as much essence as possible. Just going to be more upgrades when we leave, and less that we'll have to come down here, I guess. Hanging out down here could be an interesting time. I actually thought about doing a challenge run, one of the limited play space challenges that we do on this map with this area. So if you guys think that sounds like a good idea, let me know, and maybe that'll be something I do in one of the upcoming videos here soon. We have about 24 days from the time I'm making this video until we get access to the last and final chapter of Black Ops 6 Zombies, which I'm really excited about, but I feel like we'll just go out with a bang. I'm fairly confident they're going to cook at least for this final map, and then I think they're going to crush it next year with BO7. But hopefully they don't leave us like with a massive cliffhanger and there is no super egg just because Black Ops 7 Zombies is a continuation. That's the only fear that I really have. All right, to say it's getting uncomfortable down here would be an understatement. But I guess we could try it out a little bit. I almost got downed right off the rip. Watch out. Getting trapped. As soon as I start eliminating them and they have to start spawning in again, I'm a little scared. There's a lot of them. All right, insta-kill should help. We actually can definitely get Pack-a-Punch level 2. Like, we are over-suited for what we're doing here. And to be honest, the weapon's really carrying us a long way. Well, good news. One of them dropped me a decoy at some point. Bad news. I am really freaking out down here. I definitely think we're going to leave before the end of this round, if not at the end of this round, obviously. Need to save a zombie if I can. Oh, what is that, a nuke? Well, maybe we ride it out a little longer. I might have to get pack 2, though, before we do that. Kind of a hard thing to justify. Maybe we can kill all these zombies quick enough, the round will flip, and I can use that in the next round, and it'll be our disciple round, which means we'll put a huge dent in it. I doubt it, though. It's already disappearing. And we can hit it at least. Let's do a little bit of damage. Okay, let's definitely get pack 2. Not that I feel like we are underpowered in any way, but I would like to make my way out of here. I think the time has come. I think we have overstayed our welcome. And then as I say that, I'm leaving. I need to decide on trying to eliminate this guy on my way out. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. There we go. We actually got him. So we killed our disciple, and now we can go get some more upgrades. We're definitely going to need it. Okay, I got a decoy, and I was able to hit the double point, so I'm going to go ahead and try to take advantage of that. Might end up getting us through the round pretty quickly here. We'll see. Trying to build up another ether charge if we can. Oh, God. It's always scary with a one-plater. We're going to get the most out of our currency here before we get back to the front of the mansion. This is probably the most I've done before going back to the front in quite some time, if not ever. Okay, we made it back to the front. I actually want to go get speed cola and quick revive pretty soon here, but I'm going to try to thin out this round before I do it, just to make things a little bit easier. But I was able to get epic rarity. I was able to get PhD, the 2-plater, set myself up. Now we're just building upon that. And once we have quick revive, I'll be a lot less worried about our journey here. The Rampage Inducer always adds an extra layer of scariness when it comes to the need of PhD and quick revive. Well, that's nice. And we got a max ammo dropping. You don't normally get that lucky. We have not had ammo issues throughout this run, which I think is very important to keep in mind. Because a lot of weapons you cannot say that about. Let's go ahead and try to finish off a few. I'm actually just going to kill them all, and then we'll run through really quickly. Hopefully we get lucky. Yeah, we made it back over here. Quick revive has been acquired. Speed cola has been acquired. Toxic zombie round down. I think we're in a really good spot. We actually have 39k right now, which I feel like seems insane because we should have enough for all the perks, and we are looking pretty good on pack 3 in the somewhat near future as well, which is not always the case. Sometimes you have to kind of wait it out, but I think we've ended up with quite a bit extra points this run. It's based on how we chose to play it. Oh, looks like we got a nuke possibly over there. I don't know if we're going to be able to utilize it to flip this round. I think there might be just too many zombies left. Hey, can we not cut me off here? I'm trying to get past y'all, and you'll just literally do anything to get out of my way. Yeah, we're able to flip the round almost with the nuke. We had like 5 zombies left over. No big deal. I don't have any decoys, though, which kind of sucks. Okay, I made an executive decision to go all the way down on round 25 and go ahead and get all the perks. So we got everything except for Death Perception and Melee Macchiato. It's typical for me to do that. No sense, in my opinion, in getting Death Perception for the price that it costs when it doesn't really give me the value that I hoped it would. And we're going to go ahead and try to make the best out of the rest of these guys here. We are doing some significant damage. The other thing I was thinking, too, is with the double tap augment, as long as I have it on, I cannot confirm. I would assume I do, as long as I remember to put it back on. As long as I have the double impact, we should be great. All right, there we go. Get that guy out. Get that guy out. Why the heck are you guys still alive over there? Moving slow. Okay, let's go ahead and throw the decoy. We ended up getting our Elder Disciple round. We also have the insta-kill, which is crazy. Oh, that guy just turned in the back, but he's gone. Oh, another one. Multiple turned. Well, they didn't last long. Not that this is the end of the round. 100% there's going to be more. Okay, I think we're at the point in the round. It wasn't that many, really. They were all grouped up, so that went pretty fast. Or we wanted to hold on to this double points. The sooner we get to 30k, the sooner we can go ahead and get pack 3. I mean, we have basically everything else. I am lacking, though, in the plate department for some reason. And I don't know exactly what happened in order for that to take place, but let's go ahead and throw a decoy. We should get another one back in return. Just spam the deadshot. Look at that. Look at that beautiful damage. I wonder if the double impact actually works off of the bullets consecutively or bursts consecutively. So I think with most guns it would be bullets, right? But because it's a burst, I wonder if it actually can differentiate the two. Okay, we do have a couple of decoys here, at least one. Pick that up and get as many of these guys out of here as possible in hopes of maybe flipping the round with this nuke. That would be awesome. Gonna start disappearing soon. We actually did really big damage there. I'm gonna go ahead and get it. Got it last second. The great thing about this is it basically is one burst. As long as the entire thing hits their head, they insta-die as far as toxic zombies are concerned. So That's actually really nice. It makes things super easy. The only thing is when you spam deadshot with this a little bit, sometimes you have a lot of bullets that don't actually hit the crit spot. It's a little bit slow, so you got to be a little cautious with that. But outside of that, it's not a big deal. And we're going to be fine here. Oh, watch out. Got to slide in. I'm going to throw a decoy, early round decoy. We might end up getting more to drop, like I said before. So just chaining them together only does us good. I do feel like the burst is as fast as it could be without essentially just being fully automatic. And it's automatic anyway. Like, we're not spamming this the entire time, regardless. You don't even need it to be pack-a-punched, and it's still full auto burst. Max armor. I think we're moving through this round pretty quickly. Get that freaking armored guy out of here. Everybody else should fall. Okay, we got our dude here throwing the decoy. I want to see how quickly we can actually kill this guy now. We are legendary. I don't think I mentioned that yet, but kind of not bad. Actually not bad. I do need to go get Pack-a-Punch level 3, but let's wait and see real quick if this ends up giving us a second Disciple before I pull the trigger on running down low. Okay, we did not end up with double Disciples, which is kind of weird. Normally by this round, we end up with a double Disciple round, but for some reason, it did not feel like giving us one of those. And I was going to go down low right off the rip here, but since we ended up with an insta-kill available to us, I feel like I should take advantage of it a little bit here. So we're going to wait. I'm going to grab it. I'm going to throw a decoy over there. They're all going to go for that, and then we can actually make a couple of purchases and then see what we can make happen with our insta-kill action here. Okay, get as many opponents out as we can. That's always the goal. Okay, the activation. I'm going to go ahead and throw another one there. We have 10 seconds before it's done. Everybody get together quickly. Okay, get the parasite out. What's in there? Oh, another insta-kill? No way. This game is blessing me right now. It's kind of insane. Doesn't normally give me that many blessings. All right, we're going to grab this. I'm going to grab this decoy on the ground. Watch out. And then we can throw it. There's still so many enemies. Okay, as long as we get the parasite out. Oh, everybody died instantly with that activation. That might actually be the round. Okay, we officially have maximum juice. I don't think I've bought ammo a single time throughout this run, which is insane in my opinion. Most guns, I feel like we would have definitely at least bought ammo once. Some guns, you might buy ammo 30 times. It just really depends on the situation you find yourself in. But for us, I feel fortunate that our weapon is doing as much damage as it is. And I also feel like our pacing is insane. Like, normally, the fastest I would say I've ever gotten through a Rampage Inducer run is somewhere between, like, 45-ish and 47 minutes on this map. And that's with, like, an AMAX build. So I would actually have to pay more attention to the exact numbers to get it exactly right, but something along those lines. And so with the weaker weapons, it's in the 50s. Like, I've had it take an hour before. It just depends. Like, an hour and 10 minutes is one of the longest we've had, which is absolutely insane. Okay, we're going to try to get as many of these guys out as possible. It should have enough to flip. I'm going to go ahead and grab it. Get your toxic zombies grouped up with a decoy, and they all just explode and then kind of chains from one to the other. Or you get the ammo mod to go off, and they all die pretty much instantly. Kind of just depends on your luck. Okay, we're getting the rest of these guys out. Oh, that's kind of nice. Everybody grouped up. No decoy necessary. Okay, that guy's... Well, we have at least a couple left over. There we go. That wasn't a bad toxic zombie run, to be fair. But I feel like we're doing a ton of damage with this thing. We're going to find out right now. We are actually maximum upgraded. Let's go ahead and throw that over there. We are going to absolutely... Oh, yeah, look at that. I think every bullet of the burst is doing almost 13,000. So that means it's doing, what, like 36,000 per burst, which is insane. Okay, I think it's actually more like... What does that end up being? 7281 times 3. So it's like 21 plus... What do we got? 24? I mean, that's ridiculous. It's going to be like 23,000 something, 400 something. That ends up being kind of insane if that's actually the exact number. It seems like the values are kind of inconsistent to some degree. We see a lot of 7,000s in there, and I'm assuming each bullet's doing 7281. So, I don't know. It's a little bit tricky to get the exact number, but this thing is definitely dealing a significant amount of damage, and it's doing way better than I ever thought it could. Much better than I remember it being in general. And for the most part, a lot of the attachments probably aren't worth using over whatever the heck is already in existence for that weapon. So this is kind of nice to see. Maybe you would actually want to run this. Okay, I guess I'm popping this shroud since they all want to split down the middle to try to cut me off. Kind of annoying. Okay, only a few left to go. Everybody got disintegrated. I mean, I do really like how easy it is to lock onto heads with this thing and feel like you're doing a ton of damage. Seems good so far, especially against the disciples. Have I had a double disciple round at all? I don't think we have. I feel like we've gotten really lucky for some odd reason with that. Okay, we got an insta-kill. We definitely want that. Throw this good old decoy down there. Got our doppel chasing us down. It didn't do much for it, though. We got absolutely too much damage for that guy. Okay, cook through the rest of these. Get rid of the parasite as fast as possible. But we can avoid any unwanted doppel gas. Oh, that's an awesome thing. Why are there 20 zombies behind me? What the hell was that? There's literally more zombies behind me right there than there were in front of me. I don't know why there's so many of them spawned there. That was dumb. The game was really trying to catch me off guard. Didn't really work, so I had the shroud available, but that is the opposite of what the spawn should look like. Literally every zombie, I think, right there spawned behind me. Like, come on, game. So we're going to throw our decoy. We can try to get this disciple out quickly. Needs to stop moving. We were locked on until we weren't. Okay, watch out. I think we got it. There we go. There should be a second one this time. I'm kind of wondering why we haven't had two yet. I think I did hear it, but maybe I didn't. Could be wrong. This has been a very smooth run, though. I honestly think we're still going to end it on 41. Hopefully you guys won't be too upset with me. It's mostly because it's freaking 90 degrees in here, I'm going to be honest. And it's only going to be like this for a few days. So I just have to do my best to kind of bear with it. And once we get past this, we can go back to making it longer. Plus, I feel like this weapon, I mean, it's showing that it's strong enough, but I don't know how many of you guys are actually going to utilize this. I think it could end up being better than the regular XM4. I guess it kind of depends on preference and honestly how often you're hitting headshots. If you're a mouse and keyboard player, probably not the weapon for you. Let's just be honest. Probably not the one for you. Okay, a couple zombies left in the round. It's actually insane to think about. Let's just say, hypothetically, it does 72.81 per individual bullet. So the burst fire is doing at least 23k, give or take, right? That means that every burst is doing 23k. That's a lot of damage per magazine. Let's be honest. With the 200 rounds available to us, that's absolutely insane. So this might actually be a super viable weapon. I just don't know how much you guys are going to enjoy the use of it. Because burst fire is burst fire, right? Some people like the consistency of the bullets a lot more regardless. So it is nice to see that I think it ends up being a really viable attachment. It's probably better than some of the other weapons out there that end up being, I guess, on the slightly above average end, but maybe not in the top 5 weapons of all time. Kind of hard for me to judge, to be honest. I still think I'd rather use my AMAX, but at the end of the day, I'm still happy that I decided to try this out once again. Give it an opportunity to be good, which is not always the case when Treyarch puts these attachments out for the first time. All right, we're trying to get rid of as many of these dudes as we can so we don't have any doppels. Well, that was a crazy shatter blast we just got there. Is that a double points? We don't even need points. I don't think we'll ever need points again. We have so many points that we're currently working with. All right, get them out of my way. Wait, did we not get it? I thought they got the double points. I guess I did not. Whoa, whoa. Go ahead and pop the shroud. Dude, that was crazy. I was trying to get up and over that. Did not almost work at all, and they were there to cut me off. All right, well, now we'll just use our decoy once again. They'll drop us another one. Parasite down. We got a nuke. We got a nuke. We also got a doppel. Yo, can you not get so close? I swear they get close so you could not actually hit them. With a crit. All right, we're hitting the nuke. I was trying to get more of the zombies out, but the dumb doppel decided to exist. All right, we should be able to get the rest of these guys out of here pretty quick. Get out of here, boys. Okay, disciple round is inbound. Get out of my way, zombie. Okay, dude's just gonna stand right here. Yeah, look how much we're doing more to him for some reason. 12,749, whatever the hell it is. 12,741. That's what it was. So we do like 36k to that guy, which is awesome. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and throw another decoy. Why are you guys hitting me in the back? Shouldn't have to worry about you while I'm throwing this decoy. There we go. I mean, it's destroying through those quick enough to not be an issue for us at all. All right, we just got to finish off the zombies. We took out the most threatening thing in the entire round, the doppel or the disciple. Now we just have zombies spawning in everywhere. They're actually still spawning in. So maybe we're not as close to the end of the round as I thought we were. Felt like we were much closer than it's given me the feeling that we are. Okay, should be able to get through those. Why are some of those not critting? feel like they should all be critting. They're all high, you know, neck or above shots. Seems pretty clear to me. Now, I think we ended up slowing down a little bit on the second half of this run, but we're only at like 48 minutes, so that's pretty fantastic for this particular type of weapon. Would have not anticipated it to be this good, and being around a 50-minute time puts it in, I would say, the top 15 weapons, even with this attachment. We just have to decide on whether or not we like it better with this full auto burst scenario or without the attachment in general. You could always just run rapid fire or whatever else, right? But we'll say had super low recoil. Made it pretty easy for the most part here. What do we have? Oh, we got that guy. I have 2 shrouds. Let's go ahead and get a couple decoys. Just make things easy. Should be able to destroy that guy, though. Yep. Throw this down right there. Disciple should be gone. And 3. Oh, come on. 2. 1. It's gone. And we get the rest of our guys out of here. 25 zombies to go. Can we actually do this? Let's see, with this weapon. It's a tricky scenario just because I feel like the exfil on this map has something weird going on with it. Like, the zombies just don't spawn as fast as they should. Okay, we'll get out of the way here. Also, kind of sucks that this green smoke blocks the visibility a bit. Oh, we don't need them to transform. There's no reason why we should have anything transform. Okay, we only have 6 to go. We're doing pretty good. We're moving through this. This is the part where things get a little funky, though. Where are my enemies? Why are we burning the clock? I need to get out of here. We're on a time limit. I don't know if the game understands that, but we are on a time limit. There's the last one there. We did it! Burst Fire XM4. Actually, way better than I anticipated. What do we do? 21,000 per burst, 23,000 per burst to regular zombies at maximum upgrade. We were doing like 36,000, a little bit more, 39,000, 40,000 a burst to the Disciple. Incredible. At the end of the day, I'm really glad we ended up revisiting this. I'm sorry I didn't go to 56 rounds. Just, again, a little bit too hot in here at this current point. But that's going to wrap things up for us here. Thank you guys for all the support in today's video, all support in the channel. I look forward to seeing y'all in the next one. Peace!